Hey everyone, and welcome back to Walks and Wall Street. Today, we are at Sutton Place, East 54th Street and Sutton Place South. And on today's walking tour, we're going to be checking out the brand new East River Greenway. Sutton Place is one of my favorite neighborhoods in the city in terms of being a residential neighborhood. It's quite nice, it's very, very quiet, and what a lot of people don't know is that over the last 10 years, Sutton Place has really fallen out of favor with a lot of New Yorkers. A lot of the property values have gone down, mainly because there's a high concentration of co-ops in this neighborhood, and it's kind of fallen out of fashion. Most people, right, now generalizing when I say this, but most people have shifted to wanting to buy condos because they have all of the luxury amenities, such as swimming pools, gyms, dog spas, all of the kind of crazy stuff you would see. But if you're just looking for a basic place to live, in an older pre-war style building perhaps, maybe you should look into Sutton Place. You can get some pretty good deals here. Things have been selling for around $1,000 a square foot, some even less at around $950 a foot. Now to top it all off, you have this brand new East River Greenway here that's going to take us all the way up to the 59th Street Bridge. So without further ado, let's get this walk started. You have a brand new dedicated pedestrian walkway, and you have a dedicated bike lane too. And it takes you directly over the highway, so you don't have to worry about traffic, nothing. So we're now officially suspended above the East River. And right now we have the camera pointed downtown. The big building that you see sticking up just off to the right-hand corner of your screen, that is the UN building, that's the United Nations. Now, if you look right into the distance right here, that's the Williamsburg Bridge. And you can also see downtown Brooklyn with the Brooklyn Tower. Okay, we are now about to exit the on-ramp and officially be on the brand new Greenway. We're now overlooking Queens. You can see the Pepsi Cola sign, which is quite iconic. And then here you can see, looking uptown, again, you have the dedicated bike lane and the pedestrian walkway. And in the distance, you see the 59th Street Bridge. Now, if you zoom in a little bit, you can see the spire of One World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan. So you can imagine how fantastic the sunsets are here. And then you see a lot of those beautiful co-ops that are in Sutton Place overlooking the East River. There's a lot of benches, there's even built-in tables and chairs. If you want to come out here, and if you're working remote, you could take a conference call. There's water fountains. There's also a place for you to refill water for your dogs. And you have that spectacular view of the 59th Street Bridge in the distance. As we get a little bit closer to the 59th Street Bridge, on the northernmost side, you're going to be able to see the Roosevelt Island tramway taking passengers to and from. Another cool thing they did is they put markers along the way, so you'll be able to see exactly which street you're on. Look at this garbage barge going by. Cool visual here is you can see the highway directly under all of these buildings. When we exit the Greenway, we're going to check out Sutton Place Park and all these little elevated parks that are here. The views from a lot of these co-ops and apartments must be spectacular, particularly at night when the sun is setting. Here you have one of the markers, 55th Street. If you look closely, you can see the two trolleys or the trams intersecting each other over the Roosevelt, well, going over to Roosevelt Island from the 59th Street Bridge. One thing I want to point out, if you get a place in Sutton Place, all the way by the water, right? So as far east as you could go, almost all of the apartments or the co-ops are going to have these really nice parks outside where you can kind of sit down, read a book, have a cup of coffee, walk your dogs, play with your children, whatever you got to do, and you're overlooking this magnificent view of Roosevelt Island. which is quite nice. You can see the Roosevelt Island Racquet Club. Look at all that beautiful greenery draping over the highway here. It's really magnificent. Now coming up, we're going to see Sutton Place Park, which is where we're going to loop around and take a little bit of a walking tour once we exit the Greenway. But first I want to show you a little bit of how this Greenway actually works. So it says designing for nature. The East Midtown Greenway is designed to provide a pocket of green space in the bustling city environment. A variety of plants and trees help attract pollinators like bees and butterflies, while framing the river view for bikers and pedestrians. Concealed beneath the pavement, thousands of cubic feet of soil and nutrients that fuel life in this urban oasis. It's kind of cool. So the water comes through here, it goes to the soil, and then you have drainage underneath into the river. So it's like a mini self-sustaining ecosystem in Manhattan. Quite cool. Check out those beautiful townhomes though. These are all really, really nice townhouses right here, which we're going to check out in just a moment. And I could say with 100% certainty that things like this make the city a lot better. Because one of the main differentiators about the Upper West Side is that you have Riverside Park. Can't say the same thing about the Upper East Side, but now Sutton Place through the Upper East, you have this beautiful new addition, which I think is going to help attract a lot of residents here. And it's very well lit at night, so if you're kind of worried about the safety, you don't have to be. It's very well lit, there's cameras, there's security. This is what I was talking about just a moment ago. You can see where that gentleman is standing, right on Sutton Square and Riverview Terrace. That's Sutton Place Park, and you have amazing views from up there. We're going to navigate there in just a moment. It'll probably take us about 15 minutes to get up there. We're on 58th Street. It's a very unique view of the Roosevelt Island tram going by. So peaceful here. So the big red structure that you see above the kind of concrete awning there, that's where we're going to go. That's going to take you to one of the main entrances to this greenway, and it also provides a pretty lovely observation deck too. They have tables, they have chairs, they have a place where you could play chess and checkers. It's quite incredible. I've been noticing a lot of families, like with young kids. Over here is all brand new as well. You have this really nicely done and delicate landscaping here. Lots of seating areas. You can kind of see people, taking a break after work, just relaxing up here. This is really, really nice. And you have the stairs that will lead you above. But we're going to go up and around the ramp. If you're curious about the hours of operation, it's open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. You can kind of see where we're walking, completely suspended above the East River. Okay, we're now going to make a left, and we're going to go up the ramp, which is going to lead us to that observation deck, which overlooks Roosevelt Island, Long Island City, Queens. And the 59th Street Bridge. Just make sure no runners and joggers are coming up from behind. There's even a dog park here. It's called the Dog Run, I believe. So if you live in the neighborhood of Sutton Place, the Upper East Side, seems like a nice place to come as well. And lots of people are using it too. And one more panoramic shot. All right, let's make our way up the ramp and to the observation deck. It's a pretty good workout too. Imagine doing sprints up this hill. Okay, we'll make a quick left. This is my favorite part personally. So as you can see, you have all of these chairs that are mounted into the concrete. You can come up here, take in the view. Or if you turn to the right, you can utilize all of these tables that have chess and checkers boards built in. This is overlooking the Williamsburg Bridge and downtown Brooklyn. And in a minute, if you look to the left-hand corner of your screen, you're about to see the New York City water taxi go by. Coming right now. So again, great places to sit, read, and then this is the other view overlooking the other side down to where we just walked. This is going to give you a pretty good idea, a broader based view of where we just were. All this amazing seating, all the amazing landscaping and concrete. I think the city just did an unbelievable job here. And that big building just off to the right, that's Rockefeller University. Okay, let's walk down and out. This is going to be one of the main entrances slash exits to the Greenway, and it'll drop us directly off to the neighborhood of Sutton Place. And I think you're going to like it. It's quite charming, beautiful architecture, lots of pre-war, beautiful townhomes, both multifamily and single-family townhouses. And that's looking down to the other side. And from here you can see a little bit of New York City's Billionaires Row. These two buildings right here, the one on the left is Steinway Tower, 111 West 57th Street, and then the other one is Central Park Tower that was designed and developed by Extel, which is arguably one of the greatest development companies in New York City, Extel. Now this is going to take us directly to York Avenue. We're going to make a left and head downtown. And the next stop is going to be Sutton Place Park. And the sun is just starting to set. Okay, we're now walking under the 59th Street Bridge, and we're about to come up on East 59th Street. And this is officially smack dab in the middle of Sutton Place. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I personally think that the brand new East River Greenway is going to revitalize this neighborhood. I think it's going to bring a nice breath of fresh air to Sutton Place. So again, if you're looking to move to New York City, check it out and do some due diligence. You'll notice that on a price per square foot basis, Sutton Place tends to trade at a significant discount to a lot of the other trendy neighborhoods. So maybe an interesting pair trade right now could be sell Tribeca right into this strength, rotate into Sutton Place. You know, if you can get something at $907 a foot, and then maybe have an exit at $1,200 a foot, maybe it could be a pretty good trade as this neighborhood potentially starts to become a little bit more popular with the younger folks. can see some of the townhouses off to the left. Very unique to be able to have, your own front door you can just walk up to, which is quite nice. But my favorite row of townhomes is right here on Sutton Square. You'll be able to see them a little bit better when we cross the street. But look at the beauty of the facades right here. Really quite amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this left. This right here is my all-time favorite spot in Sutton Place. You have a lot of these nice trees that provide a really good canopy. Many of these homes have private parking, as you can see the parking garages. And also a lot of them are under renovation. I mean, look at these. It's unbelievable. This is Riverview Terrace in Sutton Square. Backing up into the park. This really nice patio area here. And then these townhomes have their own private driveways. Imagine sitting in those bay windows and overlooking the East River. And they even have their private backyards too. Lots of benches where you can just sit down and enjoy the view. And overlook where we just were. Right overlooking the Greenway. All right, let's head back to Sutton Place. And to keep in mind, we are probably about a 10 to 15 minute walking distance from the main business districts on Park Avenue, where you have all the major Wall Street, mega banks, hedge funds. So even though you're so far away east, you're still pretty close to where you need to be for work. So you're close to the action, but you can come home and relax and find peace and tranquility amongst the chaos of New York City. Now here's that row of townhouses I was talking about. I mean, just look at the beauty and the architectural integrity of those townhomes. Extremely rare to see something like that. Let's make this left, since we have the light already. Since the park is open, I just want to show you yet another gorgeous park that's overlooking the East River. This is the main selling point of Sutton Place. You have these beautiful little parks tucked away on these dead-end neighborhood streets. Look at how nice that is. They keep the landscaping immaculate. There's places where you could sit down and play chess. here we are again, overlooking the beautiful East River Greenway. And the park will also extend all the way down too. Could you imagine living in this apartment with those Juliet balconies? The incredible view that you must have, particularly at sunset. And they even have a little bit of a free library here, community library. You can grab a book, put it back, add one if you like. Now this is a pretty interesting sight to see. So this building, the super tall one right here, that's 432 Park Avenue. Now that was developed by Harry Mackellow, and that pretty much kicks off the start of New York City's Billionaires Row on 57th Street. We just got off at East 56th Street. One more look at some of these beautiful co-ops here at Sutton Place. Just off to the left, you have another beautiful park. Here we are, back to where we started originally. So if you guys enjoyed that walking tour, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more New York City walking tours, and if you need help finding the perfect place in New York City, feel free to reach out to us at the Kirsten Jordan team at Douglas Elliman, and we'd be more than happy to help you find the perfect place right here in New York City. Thanks so much for watching.